Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Hold on just a moment. All right. Well, that's not making it any better. I guess I just needed to. I need to shut off the light coming in from the side here. But anyways, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're at. I want to thank you for checking out the Cali Truck Stop Theater. Uh, and uh, and yeah, I cut my hair off, as you can notice, and yeah, it's starting to get a little hot. But um, as far as the facial hair and stuff like that, I cut it off because I wanted to restart um, restart my little goatee or whatever it is. I look kind of weird, um, you know, without it. I think. But I'm gonna start it again. But I'm looking at myself and I'm like I kind of look like Stevie Wonder, a light skinned Stevie Wonder here. The way he, because now he done cut all his hair off. Now he finally gave up them damn dreads. That hairline was sitting way back here. I'm gonna stop messing with him though. But he is a good dude. But yeah, I'm looking at myself. I'm like, I'm kind of looking like Stevie Wonder here. In a while, I'm just gonna be. I'd like to thank y'all. Yes. Um. Yeah. Anyways, so uh, so this is another episode of the General Chronicles, and I thought I was gonna be done. They told me, I think just the day before yesterday, that I was gonna be going back to the 48 states account, but that didn't happen. So they had me go on to another load, and then saying, okay, you can go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get you transferred back to the 48 states. All right. So that was yesterday, and I've been waiting here since yesterday, on up until just about an hour ago. I got in a load, and they gave me another Dollar General load. I'm like, hey, what's going on? I thought I was going back to the 48 states. It says, oh, well, that's looking like it's going to be Monday now. So I'm like, alrighty, we'll do that. Now, I'm at that stage of irritation. I'm not exactly pissed off or mad or anything like that. Just a little irritated about how the process is going. So, when I was told that that I would be going back, um, when I be going back to the uh, back to my old account there, I I started switching my mindset, meaning that um, I had developed a mindset to be able to work and operate on this Dollar General account. It is way different from what I was doing before. Probably going to be way different from whatever I'm going to ever do again. I don't know. But nonetheless, I developed a mindset on working on this particular account. So when they told me that, okay, I'm going to be going back to what I was doing, now I'm putting my mind back on um, that's thunder and lightning, getting it, trying to get ahead of my story here. Anyways, um, so uh, anyways, now what was I saying before I got interrupted there? Anyways, mindset. So I was starting to put myself back into the old way, or the previous way of work. So I was going to be switching jobs, pretty much switching details. So I started putting my mind back into that mode of just being a driver. Okay, and so when I was told that I was going to go ahead and deliver this next load here, I'm like, what? Because right now I'm like, you know, this is the way that I feel about this account. It's like, you know, it does take a special kind of person to do this type of work. It really does. Just like it takes a special kind of person to even be a truck driver, period. But it takes an even specialer kind of person to do a job such as like the Dollar General account. And me personally, I don't want to keep doing this. You know, I don't want to keep I don't want to have to keep fooling around with the shenanigans about this account. And let me say first, let me say this is that this experience is purely my experience. Somebody else is most likely going to have a different experience. Plus, because I'm at that, there are several different locations, several different distribution centers within the Dollar General. That's going to make it even more complex. It's more of a unique experience for me, and I'm just letting you know my experience. It doesn't mean that if you go to the Dollar General account or any other account and you're in some other part of the country that it's it doesn't mean that what I say is going to be your experience. I'm just telling you from my experience, and and I'm just basically doing just to give you an idea of what it may be like when or if you decide to do something like this. It doesn't have to be Dollar General, but if it's something else, just my experiences, the things that I experienced. I'm just giving you my experiences, and maybe you might be able to pick up something from that. So am I in no way downgrading the Dollar General or the company that I work for, or nothing like that. And I'm not going to talk bad about them because there's no need to really talk bad about them. I mean, there might be some things that I would say that might not make sense to me. It might not fit with my way of working things out. But nonetheless, it's still a positive experience. So now. So now on with why I'm so irritated right now. And I remind you, I'm not mad or anything like that. It's just, to me, it's an inconvenience to me about certain things. Now, maybe I have said this in another video or not. I don't recall, but there has been some incidences where I would get a load on my Qualcomm, and it's telling me that the load is, it's to be delivered, the next day or whatever. So I look at that and I'm like, all right, I got the information, got it all down, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm preparing myself to get this load and to take off with it and deliver the load on time, whatever, because I have that much time to to get that load to where it needs to go. So this is what irritates me, is that when I had gotten these loads previously, and like I said, I got it, and I'm like, okay, it's not gonna be actually due until this time. So I got all this time here to prepare myself mentally and physically, and plan my trip, my route and all that kind of stuff. I got all this time to do so. So I'm like, all right, it's all good to go. Once I do that, I'm just I'm pretty much just relaxing. And my way of relaxing is like maybe I'm just sitting back watching some YouTube videos, or I'm reading books, or I'm going in my Bible, or I'm praying or doing something, and that's a form of relaxation for me, and it helps me, and it prepares me for the next day. So with that being said, I got all this time. At least I think so. I got all this time, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I'll be like at the truck stop or something like that. Just sitting and waiting, or I'll be sitting at the yard, and um, and all of a sudden I get a message saying, "Hey, are you going to go pick up the load?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yes, I'm going to pick up the load." And I have gotten several messages like uh, in the day asking if I'm picking up the load. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to go pick up the load." What's I'm like, "What's the deal?" Because uh, you know it's not due till tomorrow. I'm only like a couple hundred miles away, so it's not like I got to take a whole day to get out there. So, what's the deal? You know, and I've even had other instances where it's like, yeah, I got the information, I accepted the load, I got the information, but I hadn't gone to go pick it up yet. And in combination of, hey, are you going to go pick up the load? Is ready. Then all of a sudden it's like they switch me off the load and give me something else. And I'm like, hey, what's the deal? What's happening here? Why is it that you take me off of this load? Well, it was ready as X amount of such and such time, and you weren't coming to pick it up, so we didn't know when you was gonna come by and pick it up. I'm like, it ain't due till tomorrow, so why is it? And I still haven't got this answer yet. But I'm like, why is it so important that when I'm gonna go pick it up? Really, it's just knowing that, hey, I got the information. Okay, now the ball's in my court to properly plan and time when I get it to its destination. That's my job, is to make sure that I get it to that destination. You know, you've already, it's out of your court. Unless I'm in danger of being late or whatever. It's in my court, and so I'm the one that's responsible for making sure that it gets to where it needs to go. So when I'm like, well, what's happening? Why is it that I'm getting switched off? Because it was one good load that I had, which was like a almost 800-mile trip, and they took me off of that one. But I'm like, it's not due until tomorrow. So I still have plenty of time to prepare and wait. I'm waiting to the end of the day, or later on in the day, so that for one, I'm planning to wait until when there's either very little or nobody in the parking lot, so that I have the whole parking lot to myself once I get to the destination. Once I have the at least the majority of the parking lot to myself, to go in there and maneuver and get myself positioned in by the door, so I don't have to worry about knocking over cars and stuff like that, and people trying to squeeze in behind me while I'm trying to back up, which I don't understand. Why would you want to do that in front of a moving vehicle like that? Anyways, so it was just these things, and I'm like, well, why is it? And you know what? Ever since I asked that question, I haven't gotten no more messages. I'm like, what is the deal with you asking if I'm going to pick up this load or whatever? Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the load. I'm doing what I'm doing, but let me do what I'm doing. And I tell you what, I ain't never got no other messages asking me if I'm picking up this load again. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I don't want nobody giving, bothering me and hassling me about when I'm gonna pick up a load. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab these things and just hang out somewhere or whatever, or actually take it to the store and just hang out there. And so that caused a bunch of problems. When I did that, I went and I was like, I didn't want nobody switching me off a load and taking it off me. So if I'm like, I'll just go ahead and grab this load, and then I get into and I did put this in my other videos, is that I got into an altercation with one of the yard dogs out here, about a trailer that wasn't sealed. I'm like, first of all, you saw me digging. Well, I wasn't digging in the trailer, but I was up in the trailer, just looking to see if maybe seals been tossed in the trailer somewhere where I had to go pick it up. But at the same time, it had no seal on it. I wasn't aware that the dude that was walking right there in front of me, or walking right there past me, was the guy who was gonna be sealing his stuff up. and this dude got an attitude and got all pissed off about me taking the trailer. I'm like, he's pretty much done. He saw me sitting there with the trailer. He had to have known what I was going to be doing. I mean, he's been working there long enough to know that, okay, if a driver's running snooping around a trailer, he's getting ready to pick this bad boy up. He didn't say not a damn thing to me, and he walked right on by me, you know. So, anyways, I'm not gonna rant about that. But anyways, I got into an altercation about that. Check my other video out, and you can catch all the details about that. Anyways, got an altercation about that. Man, fast forward to today. Why I'm so irritated? Well, first of all, I got the message saying that, hey, you got to load. Okay. I was thinking that I was supposed to be going back to the 48 states, but they had me they had me doing this one last load here. And so the thing that irritates me about that is because, like I said earlier, I was putting myself into the mode of going back into my regular job duties. You know, I was expecting for that, and then having to be told, okay, well, hey, we got this other load for you. It's another general load. We need you to take this. So now I'm like, all right, I gotta go ahead and revert back mentally in my head. I gotta go ahead and revert back, and I gotta start preparing myself to start messing with these heavy ass loads. Okay, so that's irritating in itself. Now, I got the load information. I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and get the paperwork because it is going to be a little bit of a drive to get down to the place. So I got the paperwork, and every time these are a couple things that I use to indicate that the load is actually ready. I got the load information. I got the paperwork. Paperwork was sitting right out there. It was sitting at the office. I got the paperwork and I got the load information on my Qualcomm. So I'm like, all right, cool. In my head, I'm thinking, I'm going down here to go pick up this trailer. I'm about to go take off. By the time I get down to where I need to go, it's gonna be about 8-9 o'clock. I'm gonna be down there. Nobody's gonna be in the parking lot. I can go ahead and back in and prepare for the next morning, so that I can be ready and ready to go and start unloading as soon as the first employee shows up at the store in the morning. So I get down here to where the trailers are at, and I don't see the trailer at all. I don't see the trailer at all. I'm like, where is the trailer? So then I text back to the dispatch. I'm like, hey, I don't see the trailer that I'm looking for. He texts back saying, oh, it's not gonna be ready till later on. What? Hold on a second. It's not gonna be ready till later on. This is why I'm irritated. Number one, I was off duty all this time. Off duty. Okay? I put myself on duty when I got over to the office to go pick up the paperwork. The problem with that is that my 14-hour clock starts. My time starts ticking, which means that I have a limited amount of time to drive today. Now, mind you, I'm not driving very far, so that's not so much of an issue. But if I had to start driving, and most of my time is for driving, that would have messed up my day. I probably would have been pissed off if it was driving that I had to do, and all of a sudden I'm being told it's not gonna be ready till later. So I'm like, what? We're like off the page here. You know, you're bugging me about picking up loads and things like that, which is telling me, hey, without you directly saying it, it's saying that, hey, maybe I should be going ahead and getting these trailers when I get the load information. I'm just thinking. I mean, for me to be a good employee, I would have to be able to pick up on some of these cues. At least I would think that they were cues. So it's telling me, hey, maybe you should go and just pick up the trailer and don't worry about it and that kind of stuff. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and do that. And then when I start conforming to what I'm getting from you, you know. And then I'm like, I do the thing. I get the load information. I go and grab, go for that trailer, and then I start coming into problems like this, or clashing with other people over trailers and stuff. Now I'm like, what the heck? Why is it that I'm rushing to go get these trailers when it's not even ready when it's supposed to be ready? And you know, furthermore, uh, you constantly blowing up my Qualcomm. Hey, when are you gonna pick this up? When are you gonna pick this up? And then you're switching loads on me. That's another thing too, because I already done pre-trip or planned the trip for that particular load, and then you go and scratch that plan, from me pretty much, and then now I got to go ahead and do this whole process again. So, you know, let me tell you the way that I work. I don't mind trying to, I don't mind trying to play the game and try to do what you ask of me. But there comes a time where if what I keep trying to do is not happening, or it's not, it doesn't seem like it's um, fitting the way that you're wanting me to do things or whatever. I'm sorry, I'm not explaining so well. I'm concentrating on why this truck is trying to back up next to me. Anyways, so if I'm trying to do something that you want me to do, and the end result is coming out to uh, not doing, or not having the kind of result that either you or I was expecting, then I'm gonna try something else. And if it's still not pleasing to you, then I'm like, you know what? I'll either be like, you know what? Forget it. I'll just do what I'm gonna do and just let it satisfy me, or I'm just gonna sit, because it's like, if I go here, this is happening. This is not what is it? This is not a good outcome. So then I go and do this here. It's not a good outcome. So I'm like, okay, well, I try and do this, and this ain't happening. Try and do this ain't happening. So now I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit, and I'm gonna sit until either I figure out what it is that I do can work, or I'll just go and do my own thing and don't care about what anybody thinks. So, but the thing is that I do try to do what is asked of me. I try to be a team player, but when I see that trying to be a team player and all this stuff starts falling apart is not beneficial, or it's not coming out in a positive manner, then I'm just like, forget it. But anyways, so that, yeah. So now I'm sitting out here. I done got my clock started. I can't find this trailer. I'm just now being told that, yeah, it's gonna be a little later for the trailer to be ready to go. So along with the trip planning, I was also checking the weather, because there is rain coming to this area, and I wanted to find out to see where the rain is, where it's going to be at, where I'm going to be at, if the rain's going to be there or whatever. I was checking the weather, and the weather's telling me that it's going to be raining, and even the weather radio is telling me about lightning in the area and stuff like that. Well, so that all played a part in when I'm going to go pick up this trailer, because I'm like, okay, I'll go and pick up this trailer. I figure if I go pick it up now, then seeing how rain is coming, I guess I'll go pick it up now, get it all buttoned up and everything else, get in the truck, and then head to my destination. That way, if it should rain, I'm staying dry. I'm not getting wet. I'm not having to deal with all that other stuff, especially with lightning out here. You know, touching a metal trailer, that ain't really all the best thing to do. And see, you know, and I know people gonna be I know people are always making fun of the Air Force, making fun of the Air Force for not being able for not playing outside when lightning is 20,000 miles away. There's a good reason for that. Me being on the flight line when I was working on the flight line, and you're working with aircraft, which is practically all metal. You have a bunch of electronics. You have a bunch of equipment, electrical equipment on the airplanes, and most importantly, you have fuel on the airplane, and you have people that are wandering around doing things on the aircraft. So you know it makes sense that you don't go out there playing in the lightning um, when you got lightning that's in the area and you're messing with a metal aircraft that has a bunch of electrical equipment on there and it's got fuel on there. So there's issues with that. It's like lightning. If lightning was to ever strike that airplane and you're touching it, you're gone. You're toast. But the other thing is too is that because we have static electricity within ourselves, touching the aircraft, um, which should be grounded whenever it's on the ground. It should have grounding cables attached to it. Sometimes when you touch the aircraft, um, you dissipate electrons, which comes in the form of an electric shock that could destroy the electrical equipment on board the airplane. It could spark and could cause a fire, but even more, you could be that connector, that connecting rod that finds its way to the ground through you. So that's the whole reason why we don't play out there in the outside with the lightning, because we can get shocked, we can destroy equipment, and the worst thing is that plane blows up because it's got fuel on it, catches fire and stuff like that. So I don't care if you want to joke me for not being out here while lightning and stuff, but it is that way. And let me see if I can show it to you here. But lightning is in the area. Let's see here. I don't know. It might be a little too bright. But anyway, lightning is in the area. And look at them clouds rolling in, boy. It's going to start raining here pretty soon. Let's see here. There we go. It's going to start raining here pretty soon. And these big old dark clouds, I mean, look at that right there. Anyways. So, it's about to start raining. So, that's another reason why I'm irritated. Because I plan to already have this trailer and already have it sealed up and everything else before the rain comes, because I don't like being wet and having clothes on. That doesn't sit right with me. So yeah, I'm irritated. I'm not quite yet pissed yet, but I'm irritated at the way that things are going. And the thing is that I have a system that I work, and it works very well for me. But when I'm trying to conform to somebody else's way of thinking and way of working, it doesn't always work out that way. It actually irritates me when I'm totally satisfied with, hey, you give me a job to do, and I'm going to figure out how to do it and figure out how to do it my way. That doesn't mean that I don't seek outside help or information and stuff like that. It is gladly accepted. It's just that I have to be able to try to make it work with the way that I operate. So so that's it. And it's just now getting really dark. Let's see here. Golly. this is something else too. You gotta look for signs of tornado activity and stuff like that. And I'm gonna make a video on that too, on how to deal with the severe weather while you're out on the road. And it's starting to rain. All right, so it's about to start downpouring here pretty soon. But anyways, I just want to thank you for checking out my videos, and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you got any comments, put it in the comment section. If I see them, I will go ahead and respond back to them. If I don't see them, don't worry, don't panic. It's just because I didn't see it. So if I didn't see it, keep sending me comments. I will see them. Okay. If you put it down there, if I see them, I will respond. Okay. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, also hit the notification bell, and select all so that you will get all of my videos as I upload them. All right. Now, golly, it started getting really, really dark. That rain is coming in, boy. Woo. Okay. The wind is whipping up. All right. All right. So, God bless you, and goddamn this coronavirus.